This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. There has always been something violent and primal about Donald Trump's rhetoric. He literally incited violence during the 2016 campaign. He literally incited violence and an insurrection against the United States government and the Capitol building in an effort to overturn the election that he lost. He wanted to stay in power so badly that he incited the mob. He instructed the mob to attack the United States Capitol. He invited them there. It will be wild, he said. He incited violence on the 2016 campaign. He did this during the trying to win in 2020. And he's continuing to do it using rhetoric that makes your lower thinker, the people who succumb to, listen, we all have that lizard brain part of us that the death penalty really appeals. Oh, it's justice. They got what they deserved. An eye for an eye. Bronze Aged thinking that goes back even farther beyond that, evolutionarily. But now he's using language at CPAC about vengeance. Remember when he said, I alone can fix it. I will be your voice. Law and order, all of that at the 2016 Republican National Convention. Well, now he's using other language. He's amping up, ramping his followers into a frenzy where they fall into a USA chant by saying that I am your warrior. I am your justice. I am your retribution. Before we get to it, let's retribution, punishment inflicted on someone as vengeance for a wrong or criminal act. Vengeance. This is all very Old Testament, biblical. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Donald Trump has already many times acted as though he is the only one. He is the only way. It's a very messianic kind of a message from Donald Trump. Very sacrilegious, if you ask me. The same man who incited the insurrection and then subsequently called for the termination of the Constitution of the United States is now saying to his prone to violence audience, I am your vengeance. And they ate it up. Watch this from CPAC this weekend.
And if you put me back in the White House, their reign is over. Their reign will be over. And they know it. And America will be a free nation once again. We're not a free nation right now. We don't have free press. We don't have free anything. In 2016, I declared, I am your voice. Today I add, I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution. Not going to let this happen. Not going to let it happen. I will totally obliterate the deep state. I will fire.
And once again, he's using language that really is meaningless, just like woke is meaningless to conservatives. Woke means anything black, anything about equality, anything they oppose is really woke. It's the same here. He's calling for the obliteration through his retribution, through his vengeance, the deep state, which really just means anybody who's opposed to Donald Trump. It doesn't mean what it used to mean, that there's a forces within the federal government that are statutory, and you've got career people who work there, who work against whatever administration. It doesn't mean that anymore. The deep state just means anybody who opposes I'm the deep state to Donald Trump. A private citizen who happens to have a camera and a microphone. I'm the deep state. Apparently, I should be worried about obliteration from Donald Trump and his supporters, who frequently threaten my life. This is more danger, more incitement to violence on the part of Donald Trump, hoping that he will whip his supporters into a frenzy in order that they take justice into their own hands. You know what the sixth man on a basketball team? Donald Trump's campaigns, their sixth man is the supporters who hear the clarion call to violence and answer with violence. The nuts who show up to perform an insurrection on the United States government and try to overturn a free and fair election. The nuts who show up at FBI field offices with nail guns, attempting to break in and cause harm, violence, and chaos. This is what Donald Trump hopes for. This is his only hope at power. He can't win the popular vote. So what do you do if you're desperate to be back in the White House? You take it by force. Like we saw on January 6, 2021. You can't win legitimately. You have to get yourself in there extra-constitutionally, whether that be by breaking the law, violating the Constitution by some weird fake slate of electors, or through actual violence, physical manipulation, a hangman's gallows on the lawn of the United States Capitol, while your supporters, the same people I'm talking about here, chant, "Hang Mike Pence." I've said before, I will say again, and I will continue to say, it's going to get worse before it gets better. And this is the beginning stages of it getting worse. And if the mainstream media, corporate media, doesn't start paying attention and acting like this is just cute antics by Donald Trump and dealing with this as what it is, dangerous, we're in a world of hurt. More importantly, if the United States Justice Department does not do something about this violent criminal rhetoric, we're going to be in a world of hurt quicker and for longer. It is up to our leaders to be responsible individuals of action and nip this in the bud. Or we will be facing domestic terrorism, the likes of which we have not seen, at a rate we have not seen, at a clip we have not seen, with the damages felt of those we have not witnessed yet, we have not experienced yet. I mean, unless the Biden administration and Merrick Garland want another Oklahoma City bombing on our hands, you better wake up, because it is being incited once again through a man who's substituting himself. Vengeance is his for you. I am that for you. Am I overstating the case? You can call. You can comment in the comments. I welcome that. You can also call and leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I would love to hear from you. Follow me on social media. We can also continue the conversation there. I'm at Dollemore on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And if you appreciate what I do, if I'm your flavor of political commentator, if you agree, if you disagree, but you appreciate me for bringing value to you, please consider supporting my work. Click the join button below. Become a channel member for as little as $1.99 a month, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I hate being the doom and gloom, bearer of bad news guy. But we have to face reality on reality's terms. And this is what we got. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.